Alright, so we're going to begin the assembly of the Zaku R6. And we're going to call it the R6 for short, just for, you know, getting through the video. And I already have the portion of the parts here ready for the torso. Before we move on, you notice that there's a loud noise here. It's the AC unit is on, because I am really hot in here, and the temperature has gone up a bit, a tad, you could say. So I'm going to have the AC on pretty much almost all the time. Maybe not, sometimes yes, sometimes no. So be aware that it's the AC unit you're hearing. So don't ask me what is that noise. It's the AC unit. Alright, moving forward. Surprisingly, I cannot believe how many parts it's here that makes up the R6, because you could pretty much make the new one, the old one, and of course the Char's version as well. If you want to buy the original, buy this one and turn it into Char instead of buying the Char painted version. It's all up to you. Considering that this kit has everything. But let's begin assembly and see how this works. So I'm going to prep this first. I believe I gotta go this way. And then this one goes here? No. I write the first one. This one goes there. And this one goes there. Then I already assembled these two parts here, because this one goes in there, like so. And then I believe that one goes in here. Snap it in like that. So it looks like this. Then we need this part. And this poly cap here that goes in there. Now, before I put this onto this, you have two of these chest plates. You have the standard Zaku version, and then the new one that has the side door instead of the two doors, and then this one has the little embedded minigun. Then all you need to do is put it in here like so, as you can see that. Then flip it about and put it in here. That. Now, before I put the side armor parts on, let's review the side armor parts, because there are so many here, and you have various choices here. For starters, you have the one that comes with this little hole wedge there, the hole wedge, and that is of course for the minigun placement. That's if you want to use this. You don't have another one like this on the other side, because on the other side it's blank, and you could use either this part that has a little notch, like a vent notch here going right there. You can use the standard part, which is for the original Zaku, that goes there. Or you could use the one with the built-in Vulcan guns here and put it there. So now you have not only one Vulcan gun here, but you have two. And on the flip side, well, clearly you can't use these, because that's only if you end up using this plate here. So this and this and this is omitted. But I'm definitely gonna use this for this part, because I do like this minigun thing, the built-in one. And I guess I could either use both of these, but I like the other minigun section here, as you can see. So we're going to utilize that part. And to do that, you need, let me see here, I believe you need to put this part in here. This may be on this side. Yep, this is this side. No, it's on that side. It's the other side. Good catch. Oh yeah, the other side. So it looks like that. And then you attach it here, like so. let's do the other side. Come on, get in there. There we go. Alright, so you have these two parts in place, and of course it's movable here to bring the bring the arms forward if you want to give it that unique look. But then we put this part here, or here. Let's see. There we go. It's interesting. Doesn't snap away or inwards, but yeah, that's fine. Alright, so this part of the torso is complete. Alright, so the next part is going to be the backpack of the R6, and surprisingly you get two backpacks, same thing as you get multiple parts of the chest. You get these two parts that you assemble separately, just put them together like so and you're done. Except one part has two side holes, while another one only has one on each side. So I'm sorry, 4 and 2. And the reasons why is these backpacks right here. So you have two different ones. You have the, I guess, the original one, and I think this is probably the Char's version, and then this is the normal Zaku version, or the new backpack. Actually, no. I think maybe this could be Char's and this is like the regular one. So this is nothing new. This is all the same. So this would go with this. And then this would go with this. There you go. Now, there is a bit of an issue which I'm not fond of, but again, this is all subject to change, and especially in this manual, in the manual here, it shows you have two choices of thrusters. You have these thrusters, which I can put on from the F plate, but for you to put bigger thrusters, you can get it from the H plate, which I did not even open up yet or remove because it's still in the tree, in the plate itself. But it's these thrusters. These are huge. Furthermore, and I better make sure I don't lose these. You see these two little polycaps? These are the ones that's going to hold the thrusters, so you can put it on these. Unfortunately, Bandai only supply you with 3 of these. So it's either 2 or remove one and put in the other one if you don't, if you want to mix and match. You can't do a mix and match like I'm going to replace the backpack with a different backpack. You can or you can't. That they'll, somehow it's up to you. This, of course, can be updated if you have like an extra one of these little polycap things, and then you can utilize it. Now, at first I thought I'm going to use this one. But now that I realize that this is the umbilical connecting to the backpack, connecting to the front part of the mole suit, I'm not going to have that hole here for like attachments and things like that. So I'm going to utilize this one, and I'm probably going to let me see how this looks. The thrusters, of course, are subject to change as well. I may change them up to something different, but they look nice and cool. That's all needs sanding there. So that will be for the umbilical going from to the front, while the other one can be used for other unique features. And I think we're going to use this for now. So going back to this, we put this here. And then, since this has already been bent, not out of shape, of course. You want to put that here, turn that, and then no, I think it goes up front, right? I gotta remember how I did this. So that goes around. I gotta remember this. So I forgot that in the manual this has to be placed in here. And then this one has to turn like this. It's a weird connection type setup. And then put it like that. No, it's the other way around. So I had it right the first time. Just a weird way of doing it. I also realize that I'm going to have to take this thing apart and do it again if I have to. Alright, so that goes there. That goes there. You take that, you put that there, you take this, you put that there. And I did it wrong because it goes the opposite direction. There we go. No, I had it right the first time. Great. Nice, thank you for correcting me that time. Haha. Okay. I was actually thinking of doing this live, and I go, no. I don't think so. Alright, so that goes in there. Fine. You know what, let me see if I could put this on and then put the connectors under it, because this is going to be a little tough. Wait a minute, don't tell me that there's another part that's different from this. No, it isn't, it's the same part. Alright, it turns out that I was using a wrong part. That was, I guess it was this part. This is what I should be using, so I didn't realize that there were two of these. I guess because of the new chest armor part, that's why it wasn't working, and I was like, wait a minute, why is this not working? It should be, you know, exactly the same, but it turns out that this is the one you should be using, and this thing better not call me a liar. But I guess I have to open it up a bit so I can squeeze the fucker in there. I think I got it in there. Yeah, I got it in there. I just, for whatever reason, I just got to figure out how to remove it later on and then put it back in there so it will work next time. Hopefully I did this right, because this is not the way I'm seeing it in the manual. Yeah, it is. Surprisingly, it is. Okay, there we go. Completed that. Alright. Oh, so there was also these two parts here, which I believe is the ammo case for the the machine gun. And this can be placed right under this, which is actually a cool little attachment section for this. So just put it there for now. You can actually put it on this one too if you like. So that's nice. I'll leave that there for now. Alright, so the torso is now completely complete. Let us now move on to the next part of the build. Alright, so the next parts we're seeing here are the parts that make up the head. And the head, again, extra parts here. You have the standard, Zaku head. While you get also the commander's head. And that is what we're going to be using, is the commander's head, because of course I like the commander's head. And of course the thing drops. There we go. We'll just apply pressure here for now, and eventually I may end up removing it for painting. I do have to cut off that little piece here so I can show off the nub. Make it more even. But for this, it's kind of simple. You put this part here, I believe. Yep, because there's a little notch there. Then you have the mouthpiece here. Turn it around. Wait, push it in first. There we go. Now for this, you do have multiple eye sockets here. You have two. You have number 18 and number 19. We're going to use number 19, but this is just for visual representation. I'm going to actually paint this part. I'm going to paint the mono eye. I've done that in many Zaku kits in the past. A few actually. Also the Golf qualifies as that. Plus the fact that at this scale, I don't know how you can actually make a sensor, maybe drill a hole there so you can put some smaller part here to represent the mono eye. I think I've seen somebody done that before. Oh, nice. You put that there. Plus putting this here, you have this little notch there so you can turn the eye, left and right. And that's pretty much it. Just putting these two parts. But I'm going to remove this later on because there's some nubs there that needs to be sanded down, and I have my sanding brick, my fine sanding brick that will allow me to sand this down evenly. So this will be put to the side, and there's the head. Pretty nice, right? Cool. Alright, let's now move on to the next part of the build.